What's up, you guys? Happy Tuesday. Thank you guys so much once again for tuning back in, and let's get right into another recap here. So, as you guys can tell from looking at the market here, it was overall uptrending today, meaning that the CPI data report I was talking about yesterday was positive, right? That's why you saw the market was favoring TQQQ on the day. And obviously, there were moments where the market did have a nice little dip here, as you can see, and you could have capitalized on SQQQ as the market fell. But overall on the day, you'll notice that the market was trying to uptrend, and the CPI data report did come out better than expected. So my brother and I were actually even thinking, because the report came out positive, of potentially adding back into our swings, right? To just get in a little heavier, because we did recently sell out for a loss once the market pulled back a bit, but we're gonna look to average back in those shares. And yeah, so basically, I just want to show you guys how the Nasdaq is looking on the bigger time frames, right? You'll see that we're approaching this resistance level, which is why it may be viewed to be risky here, right? To average in, but we do see potential if this thing wants to hold, if the Nasdaq wants to hold and keep rallying, to break these resistance levels and go. So obviously that's just our input, it's just our opinion, and it's completely that. The market can definitely continue to pull back and validate this resistance, but because the report was positive, that's just an idea we're open to. So I want to let you guys know about that. But here is how the market started to trade, right? Right around here was when the market opened up at 6:30 in the morning. And as you'll notice, we were trending right above the top VWAP, right? This pinkish line here. And we were looking to really break this resistance area. So I always tell you guys how important it is to look at the Nasdaq on other time frames, bigger time frames, to see kind of a better idea of where we could be heading. And this was right leading into the market open. So there was definitely a good chance if the market started to rally, it could have decided to break these resistance levels and really have gone. And that's what we ended up seeing today. And unfortunately, I did end red today, as you guys saw, even with a day with direction looking as clear as this, and I'll share with you guys in a sec why. But if you guys saw the thumbnail, I was down $45 on TQQQ, right? Meaning I definitely messed up trying to go with the market as it pushed up, and I was only up $3 on SU. So I was down right around $43, $42 on the day and some change. And here are my filled orders, quite a lot. So if you guys would like to take the time, feel free to pause the video and you guys can check that out whenever you want, right? But I want to go ahead and explain to you guys. So like I just shared with you guys, it's really important to look at the other time frames for the Nasdaq to see where the direction can be headed. And just looking at the even bigger time frames, like the 10-day, 30-minute, right? It made sense that if the market were to have pushed up, there was two basically outcomes that could have happened. We could have hit this level, and like the two previous times before, we could have acted as a resistance right around here, and the market could have started to fall. But because the CPI data report came out, I think it really wanted to push the market up with all this momentum and good news, and we were able to get this break of resistance here. And where I did a horrible job today was really just averaging up into my trades on TQQQ. And I'll show you guys in a sec, but yeah, just to clarify with you guys again, once it broke this resistance, that's why there was a pretty good idea you could have gotten of why the market could have continued to push up. And if you'll notice, it ends up pushing up and only struggling once it hit another potential resistance, right? That's something we see a lot in the market. If there's a play that breaks a resistance level, it's pretty common to see a breakout like that. And that's why a lot of people do buy in, because they saw we passed this area of struggle, and it can gap up to potentially the next area where you need to be looking out for. It's not like it's going to keep rallying the whole day, right? You need to be aware of potential areas that it can also find a potential resistance, which was very clear in this little area here, right? You couldn't have been shocked by it if you did look at it in the bigger time frames, and I just want to make you guys aware of that. But it is looking like the Nasdaq found another support here and is trying again this resistance. We'll see if we're able to break above it and really rally. But I wanted to share with you guys and show you how the Nasdaq really looks on the bigger time frames, right? This is how it looks on the 180 day. It's looking like it's either gonna, like I shared with you guys, potentially find a resistance and start falling, or use this kind of double bottom here and break this resistance here and continue to rally. And if you look at it, let's say on the 1 year, this is how it's looking. This is why it's looking like it wants to validate this little double bottom, bounce off the support. And it's why my brother and I are open to the idea of adding back the shares, right? We don't really want to be in a spot where we wait once this thing really rallies to add, because it typically follows with another pullback, a big rally like that. So maybe we'll look to get in around these levels, and if it falls, let's say below this support candle here again, then we'll look to cut those shares. But overall, it's looking like the Nasdaq still can provide a lot of opportunity, right? This is how it's looking on the overall time frames. And yeah, definitely don't be too early and pull the trigger and think something has to happen. The market has to recover now just because of the positive CPI data report. Nothing has to happen, and don't be so aggressive to get in right now. So I just want to let you guys off on that note. Thank you all so much for tuning back in. I hope you all were able to end green today, and looking forward to the rest of the week. Take care.